Alright, got another VOD review here. This time I'm going to look at it from Carnage's point of view. This was Solitude, King of the Hill, again from a scrimmage. I'm going to take a look and see some of the individual playmaking, but then also like what are we doing relative to the team. May even call out some other team stuff as I see it. So, got the Eagle side start, or sorry, Cobra starts, yep. And looks like we're going to have one guy go driveway, one guy go loop, and the other two push into the yard. So this is fine. I think we're taking every possible avenue that we could peek. Good job playing your life there, getting a little bit of damage. You got the thrust as well. Jar's jumping up, Devin's still looking driveway, and then I'm over here at loop. I think just hold this angle tighter, and I believe you're getting call outs that there's a guy coming. Flower door, just a little bit of like indecision, and honestly the most important thing right now is looking at camo. So even if this guy pushes in this way, if we can keep them off of camo, it's a little bigger. But we got 2 down, so nothing to complain about. We're up 2-3 in numbers right now. You hear a call out, excellent job filling in gaps. So Jar dies, Oyster's dead, I'm one shot, but I'm getting shot from C. So, in my mind, even though you're half shields right now, I'm just gunning it straight to camo. Like, no hesitation at all. You hesitate just a little bit, but it's fine. You got it. Cool. So, yeah, I believe this guy sees you, which is kind of unfortunate. There's an argument that you could just set top mid a little bit and wait to see where everybody spawns, but this is tough because just the one guy on the map catches you, and at least you trade out, and the camo's off the map now. Let's say, don't know what happened with Oyster, but he definitely died too easily here. And now that he's dead and you're dead, like this is just a dead play for me. I shouldn't be down here. And yeah, I get killed for free. There is an argument again that like, even if I shouldn't be down there, should Jar drop with me and we fight together and just die together, or should we both stay? I think I'm too passive, or I'm too aggressive, Jar's too passive. But the big thing is we just need to do the same thing. It doesn't really matter who's right or wrong. It's just I die, and now the timer's off again, right? Because we're still waiting like 5 more seconds on me to spawn. The struggle is like Jar's going to pass the point of no return into flower door, and get caught off guard. You're kind of at the point of no return, but at least you're playing the point of no return, like you're not too far out. But now Jar's one shot just as I'm spawning. Yep, he's dead. You did a really good job of living through all of this though, like you didn't die too early, and you were having a presence on the map. Like the big thing is, even though we're waiting on numbers, we still have to push out the map as far as we can, just in the safe areas. Like, so going LR Hall is completely fine here. You just can't come all the way out to LR and stand and die to somebody crossing, right? Like you push the door and then you know you can collapse backwards if you start getting shot at. It's just about getting as much space as we can until everybody's ready. And we did trade out Jar. It's unfortunate that he died, but we are up 2-3 now because you got the other kill. So this should be a quick collapse. I think Oyster's taking too passive an angle. Me and you are really in the fight, which is good. Hopefully he just drops and fights with us, but he just cleaned up a guy on bridge. That's fine. And yeah, like your patience here, I think, is what gets us this control of the hill. If you run out and die too quick, or Oyster or me run out and die too quick here, this doesn't work out. Jar's fortunate that he got enough damage that we played off of it. Well, I'd say the one caveat to what you're doing now is we're just all too slow, right? Like we had 2 guys setting in the hill for too long. We only have 10 seconds every time that we kill somebody to get to a spot to block a spawn. So like, even though you're coming here to block the spawn or potentially flank this, it would be nice if you were already here like 5 seconds ago. But one of us also needs to call out, hey, I've got the hill, go do something else, right? And then you saw that guy. I assume you're not going to see this guy. This is just the weird timing things that we have to have in our mind. Like we have no one on this side of the map, so this area is dangerous. We can't can't assume no one's going to be here. So even though you make this flank, it's not going to end up being a good play because you're going to get caught off guard by this guy. Thankfully, you traded out and somehow managed to live, but it could have been, you know, absolutely disastrous. Probably could at least just look in the same direction as your teammate here, but you're alive, so that's fine. It's tough. I mean, you could have maybe slid around the truck a little bit, but you did some damage, and not really much to argue about here. But you see we lose control because we're so focused on this fight over here, whereas if we're not here, or if we're here earlier, or up tower, then this probably works out better. And honestly, with this bottom middle hill, we either want them to spawn top blue or we want them to spawn tram. And as a team, we just need to decide which one of those is better. I would prefer top blue because there's no direct walk down and shoot the hill, whereas in tram they can just go driveway and shoot the hill for free. So I would just not even go to this area during this first hill. I'd try to get C control or maybe get up to ledge or like LR. And that's kind of where our three pieces, like S4, LR, and glass, and then let them spawn blue constantly. So taking high ground, but they're 2 dead on the map, so again, to me, we're 4 up, they're 2 dead. Like, you can shoot this guy a couple times, but I'm walking forward as I'm shooting him. Like, I'm not going to sit here and hold this. Like, we need to get control of the hill. And you do start walking forward, so that's good. This is fine. Like, we know where they're spawning. We get 2 kills out of it. This is kind of unfortunate timing, also unfortunate miss beatdown. Say we're getting camo right now, so that's good. Jar should be cleaning this guy out of the hill. He does. Okay. He's getting a little awkward. Yeah, this is good collapsing. Another guy spawning here. Yep, and you got just enough timing to get out of the way. We know that they're in this area, so you are the hill guy, so nothing to see right now. I'm pushing forward. Now, because I'm here and they're not all up, we've got to be wary of this direction. As you see, this guy's spawning over here now, so that's the struggle when we're trying to hold positions and we're not all 4 up. Because if we just hold the positions we're already at, like I don't push forward, I just back up towards loop and Jar's glass, then we know everyone's coming from this way. Instead, because I'm pushing forward now, you're worried about this way, and then you get shot by the guy in the back. So this isn't a mistake on you. You were holding hill. It's probably a mistake on me. It's also just weird timing things, but we just got to be better about just holding what we already have, because there's not enough time to collapse if we're not already collapsing. 2 1-shots in the hill. Yep, I would definitely be doing this as well, but the unfortunate thing is, like, you're stuck in a really bad spot, because we all 3 just died. Like, you get a little bit of peak damage, but you're too far out in the open now, right? And you're going to get killed by this grenade. Yeah, just peek it and then just back up, because unfortunately we all died. Not much to do. Also, though, like, we were about to win this hill and we didn't. I understand, like, the urgency of, like, if we can just get them out of the hill, we can win this, but now the timing's all off. You're trying your best to get to the hill, but it's just too late. It's unfortunate. We do clean up for the next hill starting, though, so that's good. It's hard. Like, Jar just died here. I don't know if Jar called out there was a guy over this direction, but if you know there's a guy, take the easier scenic route, right? I do appreciate trying to get through to your teammate as fast as possible, but you're going to take a lot of damage in your back trying to get up here. It's crazy that you died, but if you get flower door, you probably don't die there. Okay, and again, just inefficiencies like this. Like, we got 3 people standing in the hill. Somebody needs to go backyard BR. Somebody either hold flower door or go all the way to loop. We are starting to separate now, and then this is the whole weird thing that our team does too much, where we like give each other a high five on the way past. And this is a little weird, obviously, because I just spawned, or sorry, you just spawned, but like as soon as you spawn, at least we're not taking a lot of time like staring at each other, but as soon as you spawn, we've got to be in a more L shape, which is good now. Probably your job to watch driveway in this case. I'm also shooting over here, and I think you're going to try to flank around. Question is, should you be flanking and getting to these guys, or should you be watching me for when I back up? Because if I back up and he pushes forward, I have no help. But if you just stayed backyard BR, then I do have some help. You get a kill, which is fine. Unfortunately, during that time, we lost 2 numbers, though. So it's like the idea of, should we be making this solo play that feels better, like to go through LR and meet them, you know, at loop where they're at? Or should we just hold the position and like watch over our teammate and see, okay, my teammate can back up. It's safe to back up this way because I can shoot for you, and then you can hide, you know, I can hide back on these rocks or whatever. And you're shooting for me, and they can't push forward. And then when I get my shields, I can go out and clean them up. Also, if you were still standing here when they started pushing through yard, you know, through flower door to yard, you can also help those guys too and pivot around. But because you took like the flanky angle, like neither side gets help, and then they get on the hill for free. It's unfortunate that he hits that shot and he cleaned up, but I think our hold there was over anyways. It's also unfortunate that I'm standing front truck and die for free. This is really good by Oyster. As long as he doesn't start shooting, he should be getting up as far as he can for free. But if he crosses this line right now before we're up, it's bad. So this is really good that he hasn't shot his gun yet. He's just waiting on us to get the map. We get a free kill, and we've got like everything that we want as far as we're responding. I know camo's coming up. I've talked about camo before and like these objective game types where they have to move. Like if we can get camo, that's great. But if not, I think it's more important to take up the space around the hill, because now where is this guy going to spawn? So we do get camo, but he spawns near the hill. We got a guy one shot now. Is he going to die? Char does a good job living. So we got to keep in mind that there's a guy alive here, but this is good. Like we're all taking different angles. I would say Jar, like since we're already in the fight, as soon as he gets his shields, he needs to be like sliding down driveway to get to us. So it looks like I'm also taking the driveway angle. And yeah, I think this is probably going to work out, but we're just a little too slow. Like the timing is just slightly off for a good collapse, but it's going to work out. We get them all 4 down. But because the timing's off and you guys get this weird spawn, they spawn here. I wonder if we recognize this as a team, because like the second you spawn here, you got to be like, hey, I spawned cafe, gotta check tram or whatever. Like we got to look at it. Looks like Jar at least has some awareness of it. Good job by you to come back to the hill. But and yeah, this is another situation too where I think we've got to run in this direction, because we do not want all 4 of them to spawn here. Unfortunately, I think the timing's slightly off to do that. And so the idea with this is like, if our collapse was a little bit better, we don't go 4 dead, and because we go, or well, we went 3 dead, and because we went 3 dead, we spawn over there away, and then they get the free spawns. It's like, man, why did the game spawn them close to the hill? The game sucks. It hates us. It's spawning them near the hill. But the other end of it is we don't give the game to give them the opportunity to give them those spawns if our collapse is a little bit cleaner. If our collapse is like 2 seconds more tight on the timing, like you and Devin are just slightly slower, or me and Jar are just slightly faster, we don't all die there, and we don't leave random chance up to who actually spawns where on the map. Because this is 2 hills in a row that we're very close to capping that we're just not going to cap. Yeah, and at this point it's probably time to play for next, but if we are going, like we can't stand here and like look ledge and think, okay, I'm going to shoot the crosser, because there's literally no one in position to shoot that guy. So I wouldn't even walk off that spawn. I'm just sliding out as fast as possible and either getting top blue control, since the next hill's here, getting top tower control, or we're sprinting at the hill and trying to get a last second push, but I just don't think we've got the timing to do it. Yeah, I think the call was still to play for the hill a little bit, but we didn't have time to. But if you were top blue, if I didn't push forward, if Jar didn't push forward, like we have tower, we have this, we're at least set up better for this next deal. Instead, now we're 2 dead, they're 3 up. And yeah, I'm just standing next to this railing here and not moving, or standing in this corner over here. I don't want to give them any information that I'm here. I would prefer for these guys to try to walk this way and get close to me and me catch them off guard. This is fine too, just coming back towards the hill. Hearing a call out, that's all good. We have to be wary that we were 2 dead at the time and we all spawned really close here, so they could be anywhere. So good job of you to turn and react to this. How does that guy not die? Cool. Okay, we got marks. We know where the last 2 guys are at. Definitely a bad death there. Like, you just gotta play your life a little bit better. Like, I'm all for the shooting, but you just can't stand in the window and die, right? Like, don't die to a cross map, and now we all die. It's not necessarily your fault because you're already 2 down, but you kind of compounded the issue, whereas you and Jar can kind of huddle up in top blue and fight together until we spawn. It's a random guy behind us. This is really awkward. But because he was so far out of position, we get a free pick. Now we just can't die for free here. He was 1 shot. You're trying to finish a 1 shot. I don't hate it. I would prefer a little bit less aggression weight on the teammates though, but it's okay. And now just the collapse is really weird. Like, we had a free pick and we also had a 1 shot. Like, we have to capitalize on those and not give away a free death basically. So even though he's 1 shot and you can finish the kill, should you finish the kill, just let your teammates fight him, or even let him get his shields back and we can regroup, because yes, we want to have C for this hill, but we also just need to be alive and take advantage of the numbers that we already have. If we give away a free death and he gets away, then it's really bad for us. So camo's coming up. We know a guy just touched the... there's really nothing to say here. Like, everybody dies around you and now you're 1 shot. There's not really much you can do. Try to go for the last second stick. And yeah, we're just really staggered at this point. So me and Jar have to do the best we can to not die during this. I don't like that I'm up on the ledge. I at least drop back down, but like, if I die there, or if I drop down and this guy just walks into flower door and kills me, then it's just really bad for the team because I'm dying too early. So that cross map damage shouldn't really matter, because even if that guy backs up, he's just going to back up, get his shield, and then get right back in the hill. So we definitely know a guy's here. I kind of wish there's more coordination, and Jar just dies too early. I don't know what the play was there, but if we're pushing blue, we should all be pushing blue, right? So I'm going this way, you're going this way. It's really awkward. And Devin's behind you, and he's probably going to jump up ledge. Yep. And so you win a 1. Woohoo, congratulations. But we're too staggered to really do anything with it. Now there's 3 down, which is crazy, that they're dying to cross maps like that. But that just shows like the level of competition that we're playing here, right? Like, in a normal game, this is not going to happen. Like, this guy is not going to die for free shooting across. I don't know how that guy bottom truck died. This guy is standing in a really awkward position. Like, he's trying to catch one of us off guard, but you win a 1 for free, and now they're 3 down, but you get cleaned up. And again, part of that is like just hesitation. I know you're 1 shot. I know it feels weird to run around while you're 1 shot, but the question is, if they're 3 down, 90% of the map is open, so all I have to do is not get caught by the 1 guy that is alive. And where are the areas that we don't have a person? Like, we have a person at C. If he spawns over there, yay, that's great. Like, you're not going to die anyways. And then we've got people here. So the only place that we know that he isn't for sure, or that we don't know, is top blue or like hotel area. So if there's just a way that you could play like a corner tighter or something, and then drop if you need to or whatever, that would be better. We're just kind of staggered dying again, but at least we clean that guy up. I think looking at this here, it's a bad play by me because I had top tower. I killed the guy. I need to just stay top tower. Trust that Jar is going to get the heal. Now that we're all spawning up over there, it's your job to get the tower. So that's good. I think a lot's going on the other side of the map. You do eventually recognize it. Cool. And yeah, you just gotta get really quick to kill this guy. Because it takes so long, I guarantee, yeah, you're getting shot from here now. Just don't even shoot this guy, just stay alive, good. Some inefficiencies on the who has the heal, and we're also just like clogging. There's no reason for one of us to go top blue here if he's holding flower door. I guess you could argue one of us could stand on that ledge, but the big thing is we already have space on that side of the map. How much do we need? Should we be over here fighting heal, or fighting for tower? You should not die to that fight. Just back up a little bit. A little too aggressive on trying to win at one. Me and Jar are just hugging each other, but it's also kind of stack it time for the hill. Like there's like 2 seconds left. We can't afford to get out of the hill. So that's good. You got like the perfect spawn. The thing that I would be wary of is all of my teammates spawned are across the map when I spawn. That means they're getting pushed from one angle. So they're either getting pushed from top blue or this direction. Yeah, I probably would have just set back yard BR. I think you're going to try to get up map a little bit and shoot. But if you set back yard BR and wait on us to come to you, then you probably catch this guy coming around loop. And you're not like crossing, but we get a kill. We're going to get 2 kills out of it, so this is why Halo's not an exact rocket science. It all works out, and I should just be quiet. So all good. You got damage on this guy too. Like I would still be looking this direction to help me. Like you know he's here. You know you just got 2 kills. Like even though you're down low on shield, I'm getting his attention. You just fight with me and we kill this guy for free. Instead you get caught off guard with this guy because you went towards me. But if you stay around loop area or like on the box on LR, we killed that guy together. And like even though this guy gets through, who cares? 3 of them are dead. Like we can come back and fight him. And now I die because you left where I was at. You get good timing on the spawn, but and this I do like you're already committed to fighting for camo. You don't stop and shoot this guy, even though I guess if we know Jar's here with us, we could probably melt him together. But the idea is like you're already committed to it. Use the geometry to block your line of sight, so that's good. And yeah, take this camo to some central location. Like, I love playing on the outskirts of the map. So like the perimeter all over the map when I'm not camo. When I'm camo, I try to play more towards the center so that you can just help with more things. You see this guy, but again, same thing. We've got 2 teammates here. We've got a teammate there that we know is fighting. Like, if we can kill this guy quick for free, that's great. But we also have to know that this area over here is not occupied by any of our teammates, so it's not safe to fight this guy in the open. And yeah, you're just like, again, this is good geometry use. Like, you know this is here even though you're not even looking in that direction, so you're trying to block that line of sight and isolate this fight. You're going to die either way, but that's more of like the not being aware of where the guys are at before the fight. But this is good mechanical knowledge of like the environment and not giving up free damage. And like you trade out the camo, but I feel like we could have got more out of that camo had you, again, just centralized yourself more. Maybe got up on ledge, got an LR, even on the bridge somewhere, and just kind of watch how the map unfolds. If you take the camo, look at what all your teammates are fighting at, and just look at where we have the biggest gap on the map, then you can make like more decisions. You don't have to rush into a fight, I guess is what I'm saying. Either way, we have numbers here. Well, now it's a 1v1, but and this is like the awkward stage of like everyone's dead on the map but 2 people. Where's everybody going to spawn at? And we get a terrible spawn. They also get a terrible spawn. There's an argument to be made that if you spawn bottom lift and go up tower, that maybe we spawn that direction, but you don't know that these guys spawn here, so I can't blame you for that. Yeah, they get like a free spawn near the hill. This is good. Like, if you can like take a 1,000-foot view of the map, like in attack maps or somewhere else, and just see your teammates are all in a straight line, things are probably going to go very well because we're filling in all of the gaps. Now, I will say it would be nice if you were closer to this wall, of course, so that you're not just middle of the map and can't dodge damage. It would also be nice if me and Oyster were further up in loop, but this is about as good as timing as we're going to get at our current level. And yeah, this collapse is going to be perfect. So 2 of them are dead. This guy flanks us. It's hard to fill this flank coming on, but it's just another scenario where, like, where are our guns? What gaps do we have on the map? And we just came from loop. We just came from bottom mid. And there's at least one guy here and one guy unaccounted for. So we have to feel some pressure here and just move out of the way. Not going to fault you, though. Like, this was about as good of a collapse, again, as we could get. And now we've got people... Again, I die too easily here. I need to play that pillar more. But we're going to win this hill. It was, again, a perfect collapse, like last second to steal the hill. Now, you spawn up away from your team, so that tells you someone's near your teammates. We're 1 dead, so my argument would be, if we're 1 dead, you should be playing towards your teammates, and you guys just isolate this guy and kill him for free, and then you can push that way together. However, going this direction gives us more space to collapse and constricts them to the hillside, so it's not terrible. I just wonder, like, could we be more efficient and just see that our team's there, and also know off spawn, hey, if I spawned and I didn't spawn directly next to them, get a squad spawn, there has to be someone near them, so they need some sort of help. The other argument, and like, there's a guy here and you can see him and you can shoot him, so yeah, why not shoot the free shots? But who was going to kill this guy right now? Now, if you wait 2 seconds until Oyster gets up to loop and Jar gets up to glass or wherever they're going, then you shoot this guy and he backs up, maybe he dies for free. But, like, he's never going to die in this case. And again, the guy that they needed you to shoot with him at, like, imagine if you went backyard and went driveway, you guys kill that guy for free. And then I just spawned here, so I've got the 3x1 that we talk about. You guys are together, I'm here, we have the perfect pinch, and we already have numbers down. I don't know how I died so quick, so whatever I did was bad, but this guy's lived way too long near our team. And yeah, we're just taking, like, we've been holding this line way too long, but it's hard to not hold that line when we're all staggered out like 2x2, because it's hard for them to push forward. It's also hard for me and you to push forward, because it's just really hard to go down this ramp when they're set up at C, because they can just, there's nowhere to hide going down that ramp. So watching us try to collapse here, it's just, again, it's really hard to make much headway on the map when we're numbers down. So you got to call out, so can I blame you for shooting this guy? No. But what's about to happen is we're going to lose this game because we're focused too much on what's going on over on this side when we already have teammates that have damage and are in fights right in front of us. Like, we just need to be in this fight quicker. But if you can clean up a one-shot and you get them off the map, I can't say anything about it. Just, can we be more efficient? Because what is that guy down bottom dip even doing against us? Nothing, right? Like, if we clear these guys out, who cares if he gets his shields back? Like, we can just fight him later. This is good, though. Like, we're together. Looking at it, I think we're just going to get slightly caught off guard by this guy. That guy never gets up top tower, though, if we're not as hesitant and get to the hill together faster. And yeah, this hill is just chalk because we all spent too much time with hesitating and weren't just taking what's near us on the map and playing together. And now Devin's got a really staggered death. We're all together. I'm already running. Oh, camo's up. So again, are we trying to prevent them from getting camo? Yeah, this is just too aggressive. Like, you went down like the point of no return once you get down here, and there's just so many of them around. It's hard to fight. Like, we need to get more perimeter, get down driveway together. We do at least trade out your kill, but it takes two of us to trade one of them, so that's not great. And they have camo. Now we've got two guys U-turn, which is also not great. We're going to get into a time scramble pretty soon, so can I really fault anyone? No, but if we can clean up these things and realize, like, we had like 45 seconds when all this is going on, that's plenty of time to cap a hill. The clock stops while we're in the hill, right? But we have to get kills first before we play for it, and we're definitely not calling that out either. But now I'm staggered. Now these two guys, even though they're at least on the same timing, so they can fight a little bit together, but they're gonna stagger and die. Jar dies, and now, you know, Oyster's dead, and now there's nothing that you can do, and now you get a kill, but guess what? You're staggered, and here I am trying to do my best after you get staggered, and then I'm gonna stagger us even more. Actually, Jar staggers before I do, but now I'm one shot. And obviously we're just in point of no return mode at this point. Like, there's nothing we can really do. Somehow I lived through all this, which is crazy, but now I'm dead, and the game's over already. Alright. And then he shoots your body. So I would say the biggest takeaways, at least from your individual point of view here, and obviously things that we can all work on as a team, is just recognizing when we spawn, what is happening on the map. If I spawn next to my teammates, I should just go with them. If I spawn away from my teammates, like really far away, completely on the other side of the map, then I kind of have to do my own thing. If I spawn kind of adjacent to them, like I spawn yard and they're in tram, then you need to know there's somebody near my teammates, and I should get to them and fight with them. Other thing is, we took a few one-on-ones that we didn't need to take, and we also fought some cross maps just a little too early. I think it's fine to damage those people if you're like playing for your teammates to respond to your damage, but if you're just shooting from like flower door to top tower and we don't have anyone in position to clean up that damage, it's not going to help, right? Either way, not a bad game. Like, a lot of good plays as well mixed in. We just gotta, again, keep focusing on timing and helping each other. I think those are the main things here.